I'll start off by asking you guys a question. So what would you say is your ideal vacation? Maybe like a tropical beach or tour of the European countries? I think it'd be pretty cool. But my ideal vacation would be traveling the western states with friends and family, going rodeo to rodeo. It's an accessory that's been shown in many pictures of me growing up that my parents have. And it still hangs on a nail up in our garage. And I credit it with making me who I am today. And that would be my first rope. What most people remember best about their childhood would maybe be their teddy bear, or their first bicycle, maybe their first skateboard. But, like I just said, mine is my rope. I was born into the hectic life of rodeo as a third-generation contestant. That means that my dad competed as well as my grandfather. Rodeo has given my family, personally, a very centralized goal and a very strong sense of connection. Because like a father and son who love football or baseball, it's the same way except rodeo for me. And on top of that, my mom can connect with us too, because even she can join in on the fun. Rodeo's taught me from a young age what hard work is and what it can do for me, as well as show me some spectacular sights all around this beautiful country of ours. The connection between rodeo families is possibly one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen, just in the pure fact that it is one of the most strong forces that you'll ever see. Competition brings families together, especially when the whole entire family can join in. Some rodeo events like the team roping, which is where two people rope the steer's head and feet, can be enjoyed by people of all ages. I've gone to jackpots and seen 7-year-olds rope with 90-year-olds, and it's just an awesome sight because you got everybody out there. But with all that said, nothing's better than celebrating a good victory with your family. When you're back into the box and you're high call, and knowing that your parents are right there and your friends are right there and they're rooting for you to do your best, and then you go out there and win it and they're just so happy for you, is possibly one of the best visceral feelings that you could ever experience. But rodeo takes you all over the countryside, to places that you never really imagined that you'd end up in before. I've been to 7 different states on the western side of this country to rodeo. And one awesome thing about this immense amount of traveling is all the sites and historical places in different countries that I've gotten to see. From historical Winnemucca, Nevada and its gambling, Independence Rock and its connections to the settlers of the West in Wyoming, and the Cody, Wyoming night rodeos, which may I say is quite the experience. I would say that I would never be able to see these without rodeo in my life. As well as the landscapes, you also get to see various cultures around the country, from small town ranchers and smoky restaurants to the big city lights and cramped little rodeo grounds of the Bay Area. The most valuable thing that I would say I've taken away from rodeo is how it's taught me so well the art of hard work. Rodeo isn't for everyone because it's very mentally and physically tasking. You have seconds to prove that you're good enough for the payout. And sometimes, when you lose, it's pretty hard to keep going. Because after you've been practicing something for months and months, for a 30-second time span, possibly even less, depending on what you're doing, when it doesn't work out for you, it's pretty heartbreaking. On top of the mental work, the physical work is pretty tough too. For example, my schedule consists of getting up around 5 a.m., maybe getting out of bed at like 5:30. I got a problem with going on Snapchat or Instagram. Making my way out to the rodeo grounds and having to feed 2 mouths before I get to start my day. So just think of your schedule right now, or your current morning routine. And now imagine having to go out and feed 2 horses and make sure they're watered and clean their pens to make sure that they aren't standing in mud or filth. And on top of that, you have to practice. So you have maybe 4 hours out of the day where you feed, you water, you clean your pens, and you exercise them so they don't get hurt. But practice can also take up to another 4 hours. So that could mean that you're stuck at the rodeo grounds anywhere from 3 to 8 hours a day, which is pretty fun at times, but also pretty hard to balance with school. All in all, I'd say rodeo is a sport of blood, sweat, and tears. Hard work, joy, bonding, camaraderie, and enlightenment. And overall, wholehearted fun. And without my first rope, that little artifact hanging in the garage, I'd never get to call this crazy life only a fool would live my own. And without this lifestyle, I just don't know what I'd quite do.